at you cause I'm told to. I can't make no mistakes, cause there is just no room. Guess I was made like crutches, strong enough to hold you, strong enough to carry, but I can't think for you. I can give no input, only what I put in. Tired when I can't be, tired of my footing, but I care for you. I want better for you, I can only hold back. You want better also, cause we in this cycle.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Listen here, okay? So we're gonna get into some of the topics that's been going around on the streets, and this is our time to express our opinionated views and get it out on stuff that we see that's going around on these social media streets, okay? So I hope y'all all enjoy. If you feel like you can hit the link and come on up, and we can discuss it together. Okay, around here, everybody opinion matters, everybody views matters, and all I ask is that we agree to disagree and do it with love. Okay, I lead with love and light over here. I hope all of y'all have been blessed and highly favored and are ready to get into it because I'm gonna get the ball rolling. Okay, and one of the main issues that I have a problem with that's going on these social media streets was Miss Monique. Okay, and yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. I kind of am over Monique, but I can't give her the grace because she didn't give her son the grace. So I'm gonna play her response and see what y'all think. Hold on one second. Let me see. Cause it's been a whole hot mess here, and I'm like, I can't anymore. Like, I was trying to figure out where she was gonna go with this, and I don't know where she thought she was going, but we're gonna sit here, we're gonna talk about it and see what it is, what it gave, and if y'all here for the foolery.
And I can just seen this motherfucker TikTok of my goddamn son. Had I known that I was going to do a TikTok the day I brought him home, I'm going to let y'all take that one. And when you see your child that you for, for that nigga, not another bitch, it was me. And you see your motherfucking child go on a goddamn internet and tell people all the fuck that you're not. And you supposed to take that shit in stride. And I'm taking that shit in stride. And I'm walking through the motherfucking Newark airport, and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful bitch, baby. I'm a respect this shit home. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I prepared myself to be respectful, but to check a bitch if I had to. I prepared myself to listen.
Okay, that was a little bit of it. I can't listen to all that no more. Because I feel like it's disgusting. But anyway, she goes on to say this old lady told her to F her son. And I don't think never in life would I ever say to my child, F you. You know what I'm saying? I could never do that. And I think it's something wrong with you when you say F your son because your kids are um, a reflection of who you are raising them. They're a reflection of what you gave them when you was raising them up. And it's clear that everything that Monique says, she said she told him she never wanted him. So essentially, you never wanted him. You wish you had known when you had him that he was gonna grow up to call your ass out, so you could have gave him up. Okay. Then you come out here and say F him because he did speak out and he told you to keep his name out of his mouth because you really didn't see nothing for him. Okay. And then you essentially gonna get mad. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to find the nearest trash can and drown yourself in it because we not doing that. Not here, not never. Okay. Like I feel like it is a sad day in America when this is the case of a mother that we are seeing. Monique should be ashamed of herself. Any mother that sit here and tell their son F you, any mother that takes what her son is saying and turn around, leaks his text messages, tell him he wasn't worthy for you to be a mother in his life, and then you get on a comedy show and say, F him, then you deserve no right for no grace. You are a piss poor example of a real strong black woman. And I really hate to hear the term strong black women because why we always got to be strong? Why we just cannot be educated black women? Why we can't stand in our truth? Why it's always we got to be strong? We got to have a trope around us. Long are the days that we should be having to be strong. Okay, the only strong I want to be is strong in my bank account, strong in my health. Okay, I don't want to have to be strong out here struggling. Okay, and I dang show what I don't want to have to do is have to raise somebody else's son that they mama should have raised. I don't want to have to meet men that's broken and abused because they mother was like Monique, okay? Going around telling them they wasn't gonna be shit, ain't gonna be shit, and you never was shit. I ain't want you in the first place. You create a space for these men to grow up and be toxic men that meet the women of America, okay, and ruin their lives. Long are the days that we should be struggling women. We should be able to stand up in our truth and we should be able to have a strong black man that can take a woman and she don't have to be strong. Why do I have to be strong to make a man feel worthy? The only thing that should be strong is my belief in God. The only thing that should be strong is my bank account. Okay, them numbers in that bank account. The only thing that should be strong is my health is in perfect health. Okay, that's the only strong I want to be. Okay, I don't want to have to be strong enough to hold somebody down or to have to raise them. I think your mama should have did that. And Monique ain't strong in nothing. Okay, Monique is a piss poor example of a mother. If you ask me, I just feel like any mother that tells their son their whole life, "I didn't want you. I chased fame. Fame was more important than me instilling a value in you and being by your side and raising you. And then when you get older and call me out on it, I'm gonna say F you. I'm gonna leak your text messages where you trying to communicate with me. I'm gonna put out there everything I've done for you." Because let's be clear, nobody can repay their parents for all that they've done for us. Welcome to America. It's called parenting. You got to do a lot for them. And it don't stop when they turn 18. It don't stop when they turn 21. It don't stop when they turn 25, okay? It don't stop when they turn 31. They may still need you. And you should be okay with being there for your kid. It's yours. I'm tired of it. I really am. And I want them to stop posting her comedy shows because I don't find it funny. And I find it real disgusting that there were people out there saying, yeah, F him. I really did. I found it really nasty, disgusting, strange, weird that it was a lot of women in that video talking about something, yeah, F him. I feel like if you feel that way, I feel like that's how you mother. I feel like if you feel that way, you're disgusting too. Because you uprooting somebody that say, oh, it's fine to treat your son like that. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand it at all. If this is what the comedy world is finna come to, I don't want no parts of it. Okay, I got a refund on my tickets. Okay, and they ain't even got here yet. I did. I had to pay a fee to cancel it, but I got a I got a refund on mine because yeah, I don't want to see that disgusting stuff. And I think Cat Williams would be perfectly fine ending this tour um that he has with Monique. I don't see anything funny about it. She all she doing is sitting there and telling y'all her life story, whatever's on social media. She gonna keep on bringing up Tyler Perry and Oprah, and she gonna let that story drag on forever. Okay, we've been talking about it since 2009, and we still talking about it in 2024. Ma'am, I hoped you had to hear from all that. But no, you ain't hear from that because you ain't hear from the first thing that affected you, which was your brother. And somebody should have got you some help then. And I would have thought you was with this man that you call daddy that helped raise you, which I don't understand how you call him raising you. But I would hope that that man that raised you told you to go get you some counseling, but he didn't do that neither. Embarrassing, okay? This is the man you claim raised you, but only thing he can do to raise you was tell you to act a fool on the internet streets. Embarrassing. Ma'am, I need you to be standing on business. I'm gonna move on to the next story though, because I don't have nothing else for Monique. So let me move on to this next one. All right. So this is Tiffany Red. She's speaking about um being a songwriter, not getting paid, and how people is taking percentages of her money. So we're gonna hear her speak on it, and then we'll talk about it, of course.
When the artist was not in the room. I'll go through my own songs. Replay. Zendaya got 10% of the publishing, I think. She did not write on the song. She didn't. That song was written at a Rihanna song camp. It was on hold for Rihanna. Then it was on hold for Rita Ora. Famous came to me and said, yo, Tiff, there's this artist named Zendaya. We should cut replay on her. So Zendaya got publishing and writer credit. She did not write on replay. King by Tamar Braxton. I wrote and produced that song.
Okay, listen here. I'm gonna let her finish in a minute, but this is the thing. When you come to me and you say, I wrote these songs, okay, and I didn't get the credit I'm thinking to myself, what were you doing when y'all was writing y'all split sheets? What were you doing? Um, there had to be some negotiation there in that process. Um, whether you were young, whether you were inexperienced, you had to agree to something in order to give them the song that you wrote. Um, Not saying that people won't bully you to give you their songs or whatever. I know clearly we learning a lot about the music and movie industry as of late with people speaking out. And I'm not saying that I don't believe that she had experienced people wanting 10% of hers. um my only thing is you were in the room. If you didn't agree to it, they couldn't use your song without you agreeing to it, right? So my thing is, you bring it to us on the back end, and you now you want to hold people responsible that you didn't even write songs for. You know what I'm saying? Her first thing was holding Beyonce accountable, and she said she never wrote a song for Beyonce. She just know other artists that wrote songs for Beyonce, and they got NDAs. So if they got NDAs and they talking to you, then you essentially finna get them sued because they signed the NDA. They ain't supposed to keep talking. Um, I'm not saying it's not hypocritical. I'm pretty sure everybody play hardball in those meetings. And I'm pretty sure Beyonce team is top notch because it's Beyonce and Jay Z. I don't put nothing past them two. But I say all that to say, be careful who you making a deal with. You might be making a deal with the devil, so be careful. Which devil you want to make the deal with? The devil you know or the devil you don't know? And if you wrote these songs for yourself, essentially, and you thought you could do these songs, then why not put them out? I'm for the holding people accountable. I really am. I tell everybody, hold yourself accountable so nobody else have to. But in holding myself accountable, I gotta understand that I had a choice in the matter. You see what I'm saying? And while I'm not taking anything away from this, I'm pretty sure she did write these songs. And we can look them up to see if she wrote these songs. And while it's 10% is 10%, I get that. But essentially, I would assume you had to agree to it for it to go through, and these young ladies to record the album and it become famous. I wonder, had these not been stars that have been had success with her songs, would she have been speaking out? You know what I'm saying? She's speaking out because she's name dropping her songs. I think she agreed to it. You know what I'm saying? We can't agree on one end and then say I felt like I was bullied on the other end and I need to speak up and we need to have a voice. I need you to have a voice when you're in those meeting rooms. Don't take something you can't afford to lose. You know what I'm saying? My parents just tell me don't loan something you can't afford to lose. And so now I'm gonna tell these songwriters, don't give away something you can't afford to lose. Like now you know this world. Now you know how they do it. Don't give away something that you think is more price than they willing to give you. Like make them pay you what you think you worth, if you think you worth that. Like why wouldn't you fight hard for yourself? Why wouldn't you make it a space you could fight for yourself? Like get you a team. It seemed like you know put out a lot of good songs. You put out Replay for Zendaya. You put out King for Tamar. If you get 90 to 85% on all these songs, that should be a good little nest egg for you to have you some people in place to fight your case just as well as Beyonce has on her team. You say Beyonce, the people who wrote for the Renaissance album that made over 500 and something $1 million, and they only got paid chump change because she got 25%. I think she was trying to be smart. She wanted to have a bigger hold on her songs, and she had people that talk the right business. They got it to what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? You have to be strong and confident and say, "Yeah, I'll take it," or "No, I won't." I mean, she essentially said the pow pow to her head is them bullying them into giving them the song, but can't nobody bully you to make you do something you don't want to do. Evidently you want to be in that same room with that artist. Evidently you want to sell them that song. Um, her saying that she wrote this, years ago, and then she give it to him, and she wanted they went in the room with her. I just feel like you're right, Naughty. Double standards. Like we all been in the workplace, and we feel like our work has not been acknowledged. No matter what it is. Like we've all put in ideas in our job. And we like, shoot, I should have got paid for that idea. But we didn't draw it up like a proposal. We didn't meet it the same way we should have. And whether it was because we were trying to be part of a team, or it was just naive thinking that hey, I should be paid for what I give, it is what it is. We can't come back on the back end and say, "Oh, well, I got messed up because I gave them this idea. I gave them a song, and now they got these splits on it." Like that's the reason why they have split sheets to know what everybody's getting off the deal. If you felt like your song was gonna make this kind of money, then you should have made a bigger impact. That hey, I want all my royalties on this song. You know what I'm saying? If you thought that that was good enough and you thought you could really sell this song to somebody, I'd have kept going until I got somebody that said, hey, look, I want all my rights to my song. What bringing it to us gonna do? We not at the record label with you. We not there with the artists when they present their case to you. We not there when you signing the deal, signing on dotted line, none of that stuff. We not there. Like, I get it. Y'all all been messed over. Welcome to America. I'm pretty sure all of us had a time in our life when we had to settle for something, or we gave away an idea that we should have probably kept to ourselves, and it probably would have did us better to keep it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be willing to stand on business. That's right. Now, standing in your worth, standing on your business, standing in your worth. I pray that the music industry meets the new time and age, and I think the internet has prepared the space for people to come and air out their grievances. And I don't know how much of time that I have to put into people grievances because the same stuff that they're going through in the music industry, in the movie industry, and all that stuff, it can happen on your job at the local shop right or um Food Giant, Food Eagle, Publix, Target, um, in your accounting office, in your business affairs office, in the nurses, hospitals, doctors. All of us go through that. You know what I'm saying? We not being paid what we worth. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody goes through that. Welcome to America. You know, I don't know. That's just my view on it though. I do wish her good luck, on her process, to getting justice if that's what she see fit. For me, it's like you can't blame me when things don't go the way you want them to. You know what I'm saying? Like be able to stand on business, be able to stand in your worth. I just want people to understand you don't have to stand up
Because the doctor recommended a medicine she was not
for
comfortable
something you
with.
don't want to. So I'm gonna move on to my next story real quick. Hi, Daddy.
Hey, in my opinion, I just wanted to come up here real quick to speak on the Tiffany Red situation because she has since spoken out. And now she's trying to break down like how the artists get paid and everything. But the thing is, you already presented yourself basically as a whistleblower. So how do you expect to get any type of attention at this point? I just think she went about it in the wrong way. And not only that, you put all the other songwriters at risk. Like, if that's your cause, that's fine. There are writers unions, so go on strike. And I said this earlier, they need to come together to create a competitive market when it comes to their music.
I agree with you, but also stop accepting just because somebody offer you something don't mean you have to accept it neither. I mean, you are
Stand in your
essentially,
worth.
yeah, you are essentially in the room with them when they making these deals with you. You got a right to say, yeah, that's what I'll take, or no, I won't. Like if I know my
Ex-
song is gonna be the next big thing on the market, I'm not finna sell it to you where you gonna get 25% of it. Like, no, why would I do that? I know this is
ex-
gonna be the next big deal.
Exactly. It's a matter of standing in your worth. And I'm just tired of people coming out crying, crying, crying when you're not handling your business and reading contracts and you're settling. You understand? And if you're that marketable and if you're that great of a songwriter, stand on business. Don't take any shorts. And I get that, like, it could, like, they could write a song and maybe get paid, and it may be some time before they sell another song. Well, welcome to the real world. You got to get another job to supplement in between time. I mean, that's the reality. You know, it's so many things and opportunities out here where you do not have to walk around being broke nowadays. And just to give you an example, the show Vanderpump Rules, a lot of those people that star in that show, they're actors and models and things like that, and they work at the restaurant in between time to supplement their lifestyle in between jobs. I mean, you have to have more than one source of income nowadays, and that's just the reality of it.
I agree, and she could do the the whole YouTube thing. If you feel like she kept saying, "I could have sung the song. I was gonna, wrote this song for myself." If you thought you could sing it and get it out there, why haven't you produced your own songs then?
Yeah, I'm just tired of it because Taraji did this with her tears and stuff like that, and she ended up impacting the success of the music movie. I mean, it was out of
Yeah,
theaters
because then Terrence
fast.
came out next and said he only got 12,000 for Hustle and Flow, and I'm like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, but what about standing in accountability and the fact that you didn't stand in your worth in that moment? You understand? And I get that you may have been a starving artist at that moment, but stand like that would have made motivated me to make sure I got my just due, to make sure I got paid accordingly. You understand? And that's just the importance of you got to make sure your team, your management team and things like that is acting in your best interest and not getting you lowballed. You understand? So those are my thoughts on the situation. I appreciate what Tiffany is trying to do. I receive her message. I just think it was brought out in the wrong way. And now every message you're putting up, you're at and Beyonce's not going to respond to you
No,
because you
Beyonce is
already
not fun. But see, here's the thing: she's messing it up for the people that came to her in confidence. Because if you're sitting here saying Beyonce has an NDA, but these people are coming to you, then essentially they breaking their NDA, and Beyonce can now come and sue them. So
Exactly.
essentially, these same people you say you fighting for, you hurting.
Exactly. And so now she's going to be skeptical for any songwriters that she hires. I mean, they're all under NDA. And granted, she did not name drop, but she artist dropped the names. You
And
understand?
song dropped because she was telling, like this was the biggest song on the Renaissance album. So I'm pretty sure Beyonce is gonna be able to realize which one of her songs was the biggest song. Who was that songwriter? Bam, that's who she's talking to. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to
Hmm.
be careful when you sitting up here spreading somebody else's tea, not to put out
Exactly.
information that puts them in danger of being sued themselves. Because if they're struggling, now you just got them a lawsuit. Now they can really be struggling.
Exactly. I reached out to her to see if I can get an interview, because what I really want to know, like with all these whistleblowers, Christian Keys, Monique, what do you do? What's the next steps? What are you going to do to change that process to make it better for the songwriters coming up behind you? I mean, we could sit and blow smoke and talk about it, but what's the action behind it? You understand? And
I
only
do.
thing I'm seeing is that you're getting a lot of clicks and views and a lot of exposure because all the bloggers have picked it up. And shout out to AT2 because he's the one that presented it first. You understand? But like, what's the next steps? The same thing with Monique. You've been driving this narrative over and over again. What are you
Since
doing about the
2009.
problem?
I can't
I'm
believe it's
sorry.
been I said since 2009, and I can't believe like it's 2024 and we still hearing about stuff that happened in 2009.
Exactly. At what point do you accept that you're never going to get the apology that you expect from Oprah and Tyler?
Well,
And
let
at
me
what
ask you
point?
a question, Nadi.
Hmm.
Since all this stuff has been coming out, do you think it's because she's not completely honest about what's been happening with Oprah and Tyler, and maybe she had a bigger part to play in all this, the demise of their relationship and stuff?
I know DL Hughley is not the fave, but he's been calling her out. Like everywhere she goes, there's problems. And let me tell you, the situation with her son made me look at the situation from another side. You know, um, I feel like Monique is a very broken woman. And until she is really willing to confront her trauma and be honest, that's the only way she's going to be able to heal. But I feel like she had a part in all of it. I feel like she made it a bigger mess. You understand? I really feel that way, especially judging by the way she handled the situation with her son. He only came to the internet to simply ask his mother to stop speaking on him publicly, and we see how she has responded. Okay, the first time was with daddy, and then you take it to a public forum, to a stage in your comedy show, and you tell him F him. Now he did respond, and I just didn't want to cover it, but he basically said the devil is dead, she's out of my life.
Well, you know what? I
So now,
so wish he would stop responding because it gives her more validity to go back on stage and belittle him a little more. And I do think deep down inside, even though he keeps saying it's done, it's dead, all that, he don't care to have a relationship with him. I know the worst, the worst of moms with like crackheads and stuff.
well,
Their
he
kids
still yearns
still
for
want
his mother's love
that.
at the end of
They
the
still
day.
want that love. Like
Hmm.
you can't be, and then a mama's bond to her children should be so strong. Like I
I
can't
just really think
imagine.
Monique is not, she's not capable of it in my opinion. And sometimes you got to meet people where they're at, and she'll rather hide behind her daddy than be accountable for the way she has treated her children. You understand? And one thing we can all say is the only thing Monique cares about is her daddy above everything. And I hope it's worth it because she's going to lose her lineage, her family lineage for loving that man who is draining her pockets, who
It just
does
breaks
not
my
mean her
heart. No.
any mind or any, he doesn't really care. He cares about her pockets and that's it. I mean, look at the construct of their relationship. You going for an open marriage, you can't tell me that's really love. That's called codependency. Let's just be clear. All right.
Stockholm
But until she
syndrome.
fixes things and does right by her children and her grandchildren, I think Monique is going to continue to block her blessings. Because at the end of the day, we see she's not giving a comedy show. She's just a storyteller. She's just telling stories.
And a bad storyteller at that.
That's it. And for a mom to say F my children, he wasn't asking her for anything. He just asked her to stop speaking on him publicly. I thought that was a simple ask.
I did
And I
too. And
felt like he
he was
responded
real. And the
appropriately.
very first time he was real polite about it. He didn't, he didn't get as exaggerated. He didn't get all loud. He didn't even discuss none of the stuff that he could have discussed. You know what I'm saying? Like
He
that man,
never disrespected respected his mother. He actually honored his mother and her greatness and all her accomplishments. And the only thing she could do is say, F you.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I'm done with Monique and her antics. And you're just proving everyone right. Like, as bad as I felt the way DL dragged her, he was right. Whether we want to believe it or not, he was right. And she's an agent of chaos that never ever wants to take accountability for her actions. She's always pointing a finger, and it's everybody else's fault except for the three fingers pointing back at her.
Yeah.
And at some point, you have to say, well, what was my role in this that I caused the breakdown?
I would agree.
Accountability. And so until she starts losing support, which as long as she has her daddy support, I don't even think Monique cares who supports her.
Mm, mm, mm,
I don't
mm.
think she cares. She's a narcissist. All right. And I just really think she is not capable of loving anyone outside of herself and her daddy. And this whole situation from back, it started what, in 2009, has
Yeah.
been Monique self-serving herself. She's not doing anything to help the young ones come up. Nobody even really wants to work with her because it's always going to be a problem. And that's what I see.
Yep.
That's what I
It's
see. But
sad.
thanks for having me. In my opinion, I gotta go back to work, but I just wanted to come up here and bless the stage.
Well, thank you for coming. Listen here, if y'all have not subscribed to Naughty Love Movement, y'all need to go over there. Okay, hardest working woman I know on YouTube. Okay, she give you videos on her lunch break, everything. Like she is dedicated and it's amazing, hard, amazing. So I love her so much. So I appreciate it. I want to share another story with y'all. And I don't know what's going on with me sharing these stories. They keep breaking up, but I'm gonna try it again. Let's see, because I wanted to share this one really bad. Let's see.
Just was not okay with giving him clindamycin since that antibiotic is reserved for more severe infection.
Oh, it's gonna act up. Okay. So let me just tell you what the story is about. Okay. So a North Texas mother is fighting to get her toddler back after Child Protective Services removed him from her care without a court order or a police officer finding an immediate need for removal. According to Fox News, Jocelyn Sanders' nightmare began when she took her 2-year-old son, Josiah, to the hospital for a rash. Sanders took Josiah to Children's Medical Center, Dallas, because he had a rash she believed was a reaction from a new laundry detergent. Sanders says the doctor recommended a medication she was not comfortable with, so she left the hospital against medical advice and took her son to his pediatrician. The following afternoon, CPS officers, accompanied by the Corinthians police, arrived at her apartment. Okay, and so she's fighting to get her baby back. Essentially, she said um, her baby was already being treated for some kind of eating disorder or whatever. And as a result, now they're telling her that, you know, she's abusing her son some kind of way. And here's the thing, we've seen some crafty mothers, but to have one that is really, 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 trying to be a mom, trying to take care of a child. I'm tired of seeing people taking children away from moms just because of I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not taking the right kids because it's kids being placed in ovens, it's kids going to the grocery store in freezing degree weather with just a diaper on. It's so many other kids that I wish I would be saving, and it seems like they find the moms that are doing their best and trying their best, and those are the ones that are being attacked right now. And I really wish it would stop because let's protect the moms that are doing all they can to protect their kids. You know, kids have to be loved and protected. And sorry about that, y'all. But this mother is trying to hold on to her baby. We need to protect the ones that are being mistreated, not take the ones that are being loved and cared for. Um, I just feel like it's sad when a child has to be away from their mom. At 2 year old, a child shouldn't be worried about being uprooted from their parents, especially a good parent. Come to find out, the mother had already been doing what she was supposed to do. So I feel like even when they found out she was doing what she was supposed to be doing, they should have went on and returned that baby then. Like, why would you keep a mother away from a child longer than you have to? You know what I'm saying? And put them in a house because let's be clear, foster homes are not the greatest either. I know a foster home mom that was just convicted for mistreating those kids. So let's not put a child that doesn't have to go through this turmoil through a turmoil or trauma that they shouldn't even have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just sad. Um, I'm praying that this mom gets her 2 year old back and you know what I'm saying? I'm praying she's able to get some justice too because it feels strange that they was able to take it without a police order, court order, none of that stuff. Like they was able to just come to our house and say, "Yeah, we taking your kids. Like we don't have to address the courts." Like what? Why they do that at? So I hope she gets her child back. I hope she can get some justice because I will be suing the heck out of you. Okay, you hear me? I will be. Oh yes, I'm suing you for pain, suffering, everything. Okay, when I get through with them, they're gonna be paying for my son's mental health, my mental health. They're gonna be paying for my anguish, for my pain, for my tears, for my worry, for my upsetness, for all of it. Okay, everything has a price. Okay, and all of it's gonna be in my price. Okay, and by the time I'm through with y'all, y'all gonna wish y'all had to talk to the court system. Y'all gonna wish y'all had a dotted your I's and crossed your T's. Okay, because I'm gonna go down in the mud with you because that just feels like it was borderline into racism, and especially since I saw what happened to that little girl. Oh, and I covered the case. Oh, what her name is? with Johns Hopkins. I can't think of her name. But yeah, you would think after we found out that tragedy of a story that had to do with a hospital and CPS, we wouldn't be seeing anymore. But it looked like Texas has it too. Um, I haven't seen it happen in Alabama, but I'm not saying it has never happened. But I just haven't seen it yet. But I'm praying that these hospitals get better at being able to detect a child that's being well loved for, and being able to you know. Oh, you didn't get notified? I'm sorry, Monica. Yeah, I'm gonna do it every day at 4 o'clock. Okay. I'm gonna do it every day at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on Pacific Standard Time, it'll be at 2 o'clock. So that's the schedule I had done came up with. Um, and I did do that in the video earlier, letting y'all know updates on stuff, which was the update on my channel, the hood, and the lab grown meat that has been approved in San Francisco and Washington. So be careful, and if you stay in Washington D.C. and if you stay in California, lab grown meat has just been approved by the FDA to be used in restaurants. And the only one that's been approved so far is lab grown chicken. They said the beef, pork, and seafood had not yet been approved, but it was waiting approval. So I did put the article in the description. It was actually from, the government websites. We have a band on it here in Alabama, and that was when I found out this was actual story and had to go digging on it. But yes, lab grown meat is the new thing that's out. They doing. Had never heard of it. It's made out of animal cells too, if you need to know that. So they produces this meat by using animal cells, not real animals, and they growing their own meat. And so it's been approved by the FDA on a trial basis. I must be assuming because it said something about it hadn't got full. Uh, yes, 100% to sell it in the stores yet, which means that'll be when they get full approval when it can go in the stores. But it has been approved to go into some restaurants in San Francisco, California, and Washington D.C. So if you stay in those areas or you finna visit, please be careful what you order off the menu. Um, it might be lab grown meat. Ugh. I go vegetarian before I eat lab grown meat. I don't know what y'all doing to it. Yes, lab grown meat. I was really shocked and disgusted all at the same time. Um, I did have one more story, but my internet is acting so crazy. I might have to end it here. Um, I do appreciate y'all coming in for sharing y'all opinions. I appreciate Naughty Love for coming up and touching on this Monique story. Listen here, there's room enough for all of us to love on each other, and we don't have to tear the next one down to pull the next one up. I want this channel to be something where we can all get together. It's like peaceful. We can talk, we can chill, and we can have meaningful conversations about what's going on. But we can also learn different avenues and resources if we need help. If somebody's in need, somebody needs some prayer, whatever it is, you should be able to get it here. Like this is what I want this channel to be. Um, I give y'all these little videos on my community post in the morning because I wanted to see how the response was on me giving you something positive to see first off in the morning. And that was the reason why I post them so early. They usually post at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I wanted to post those so when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to worry about hearing something evil first. You can kind of get your mind right and set your day on something. I meditate every morning and do a little self meditation, self affirmation for myself so I can start my day off right. And I kind of wanted to do that for y'all to see how it was. And I have had nothing but love and admiration and so much pleasure out of hearing y'all thanking me for doing something that I was like, I don't know if they're gonna receive it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not um I would never push something on somebody that wasn't, something that they needed. And so I try not to do too much of, you know, pushing stuff off on people because I know different backgrounds, different folks. But I do. I appreciate all the love that y'all give me. I appreciate all the comments of support and even checking on me when y'all don't see me. So I do appreciate that. Like I said in my earlier videos, the updates are I want to do these lives every evening. We can get together, okay? I call y'all the opinionated operators, okay? Y'all can come up on any of these panels. We're gonna discuss stuff that's going on, whether it's in the news, whether it's on social media, whether it's a hot mess, whether it's something we can learn from, whatever the case is. And they not gonna always be like Instagram stories. Sometimes they're gonna be stuff that we can relate to that's going on around us that's affecting our actual community, something that we could put our knowledge to. And so I'm hoping that y'all will join me in an effort to come to a resolve and figure out what's going on with these people. You know what's happening, what we doing. You know what I'm saying? All opinions are welcomed here, okay? I don't moderate adults, okay? All opinions are welcome as long as you're respectful. We can agree to disagree, but everybody's opinion matters. Your opinion is your voice, and nobody should ever silence you. That's in work, that's in life, that's even on the social media streets. You should not be silenced for what you believe in. You should believe in it and believe in it strong and hold down your opinion no matter what it is. Okay, like be strong, stand on business at all times. When you talking to your girlfriend, stand on business. If she doing some shout out, call her out, hold her accountable. I'm big on making accountability a big thing. If you need to be held accountable, take it. Okay, we can all learn something from each one of us. My motto over here is each one reach one, each one teach one. I believe that we can all be stronger to we stand together than we are divided apart. And I think that's what happened to us as a culture. We started dividing off into groups and we did division within our own, and then it was came a light skin versus dark skin, women versus men, you know this versus this. It just became too much. It's so many dang divisions and so many boxes that we're in, baby mama versus wife and side chick, and it's just too many categories. And you know what I'm saying? Like we stronger together, but we each have to be able to be held accountable, and we each should be able to hold people accountable at the same time. Um, I have enjoyed this YouTube journey. I learned a lot about myself doing YouTube. I learned a lot about different voices. And so I do want you to know that every day that you live your life to your truth. You know what I'm saying? Stand on what you believe in. Never let somebody take your voice away from you. Your voice is what makes you beautiful. Your voice is what makes you the woman or the man that you are. Never let somebody clip out your tongue and silence you, because it's what makes you special. And no, women, you don't have to be strong black women no more. All you have to do is be the woman you were designed to be. If God say you were perfect, then you're perfect. And no, man, you don't have to be the strong black man no more. You just need to be a man that stands on business just like God wanted you to. And we kiss a lot of frogs and stuff to get to our right one, but I'm praying that everybody finds somebody that helps them to be a better version of themselves. Somebody that pushes you so much that you can see greatness in everything. And then I want you to be able to give it back, because it's always somebody else that's behind you that you can reach out a hand and help. And whether it don't have to be monetary all the time. Sometimes it could be talking some wisdom into them, helping building them up. You know what I'm saying? Like you may be showing them a place where they can get the help that they need. Like it's all about being able to give out those resources to anybody. And that's the reason why I wanted to do my channel on giving out the resources because I wanted to be a service to somebody else because somebody was a service to me once before. And I was like, how can I help out? Of course, I love to do research. So give me a task. I'm going to meet that task. I find it a blessing to be able to do something that's going to help somebody else. And I don't need the props, and I don't need you to come back and say, oh, girl, you did your thing. No, I just need you to know that you live in life better. I want us all to win. Like, if I become a millionaire, don't mean I'm gonna be no better than you just because I'm a millionaire. No, I want you to be a millionaire too, so we can all be living the best life. Like, I just don't understand why we can't uplift each other. And so this is the space I wanted this space to be. So if you're not about that, then I'm gonna hate to lose you. But I'd rather keep the people that's ready to raise the bar to another level and ready to get there with your finances, get there with your mental health, get there with your regular health, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather it be a community that's starting issues out with love instead of hate. So I really do appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Monica. That means a lot to me. For real, for real. That means a lot to me. So thank you. Um, I pray that you all are living a life and living it more abundantly. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be dropping some videos tomorrow. Okay. It's gonna be 3 new states. Okay. I'm giving out resources tomorrow. It's gonna be 3 new states that's gonna be published out. Okay, giving y'all some resources on where to get your light bills paid from and other resources that's available for you. Whether it's rental assistance, mortgage assistance, all that good stuff. I'm gonna give you names, addresses, numbers to call. Please make sure you have your pen and paper ready. Okay, those resources is gonna be out. I have enjoyed doing what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people have not even reached out in the comment section. I think that was like too much for them, but they did reach out to me in the DMs, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I haven't gotten anybody to say they didn't get no help, or whatever. And I always tell them, if you didn't get help, they'll reach back out to me and I'll find them other resources. I love calling people and getting the resources for you. I do the lead work for you. All you gotta do is tell me. All I need is a city in the state and what you're looking for. I'm gonna tell you where to go get it, okay? Even if I gotta call them myself and make sure them resources is there, I will do it for you. And I won't ask you your name. I won't ask you your real name. I won't ask you on none of your information. I don't need that because all I need to know is if y'all giving out services. Y'all are? Are they valid? Oh, they are? And how much y'all gonna be giving out? Oh, it depends on their income. Okay, well, what number they need to call? What email address they need to email you with? Or what website they need to go to? That's all I need to find out. And then I'm gonna give you the information. Because I'm not gonna disbenefit by not helping you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's gonna happen to me for helping you out. Like, we should all be helping each other out if we can. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm gonna give back as much as I can. I just I just want to make a channel where it was nothing but love. It's a lot of drama on YouTube. I found it. It's a lot of it. And I don't want that. I feel like I shine brighter. I feel better. I live happier when I'm at peace. I protect my peace at all costs. And I hope y'all protect y'all peace. Be careful when you're traveling in these streets on YouTube and in real life. Okay. They don't want to tell you, but it is an airborne virus that's out there. So please start back wearing your mask. If you haven't been diligent on getting your hands washed and disinfect, please start back doing that. I want you to stay safe and stay healthy throughout this journey. Okay. Know that nothing that was made for you is out of reach. Even when we down on our luck for one time, okay, it's a lesson being taught to you right then and there. It's not your season, but in your season, you gonna feel the blessings from the Lord, and it's gonna pour down like a rainfall, okay, and it's gonna be so many that your hands and your hearts won't be able to hold. And I want you to be in your right space when you get those blessings, so you can be of a blessing to somebody else. And sometimes blessings don't always mean monetary things neither. Sometimes it's, health. Sometimes it's, you know, helping somebody else in your family. Or sometimes it's blessing you with something that's going to impact your life and how you live it. So be careful when we ask for things, that we make the diligent, a real reason to ask for it. Don't ask for, oh, I can't wait till I'm a millionaire, stuff like that. Be diligent in what you ask for. Be mindful of what you ask for, and make sure you have a purpose for what you ask for. Because you can ask for it, but you need a purpose behind it. Anything you do, have purpose behind it. Stand on business always. Okay. Live the best life you can. I hope that y'all have an amazing evening, a lovely night, and I'll see you again tomorrow. And I hope that you'll all be blessed just like me. Bye.